Sibao, you can't be serious. Who told you I have business dealings in Jinju? Are you crazy? Who said that?
Well, man, it's obvious. Calm down. It's not
Wait,
that...
how's it obvious?
I mean, you,
Sibao!
take care of me and Wu just as soon
You
as...
colluded with that no-good stooge to set me up, right? You're all in on it. I'm not done with you.
I never colluded with anyone.
Back off!
Zhang Ming! Zhang Ming is like a mad dog that bites at anyone. Can you blame him? Whoever Zhang Ming eats with and how much he spends is none of your business. Are you that petty? Well, get over it. So I'm petty? Huh? When we were raising our hands back there, why didn't you raise your hand, huh? If you did, this wouldn't have happened.
Bad day? That inspection leader wasn't replaced?
Not only that, I was the one that almost got replaced.
Wait, what exactly happened? Did they find out about the counter?
No, it wasn't that. It's about those entertainment expenses receipts. It's just a few thousand yuan, but they check them all the time. If they find out about the counter, I won't be able to come back.
I told you, you never should have accepted those counters from An Jun. You kept hiding them like you were some thief. And we didn't even earn much. We also haven't opened business for a month. I just think you should talk to Qian. You should contract the factories or we leave. It's either that or we'll never do our business again. I'm tired of this.
Will you please stop whining already? If we leave now, where will we find wires? At factory price. Tell Erdong to deal with it. I'll figure this out once this settles.
I'm just scared that this won't end well. Erdong recently got a huge deal for us. The buyer also paid the deposit. Now they're waiting for the goods.
Just what the hell is wrong with your cousin? He can't sell one item when we're finally stocked. Now it's the opposite.
You'd better get going to Jinso.
Jinso?
The business was introduced by someone that's from Lei Village. Xiao Sansi from the Ascent retail outlet.
Huh?
Brother-in-law.
Hey, Director Lei.
Where's Lei Jingshan?
He's out on a delivery.
Show me the ledger.
Erdong, let's drink tonight.
Your factory director is here.
Oh. Director, you're here.
Both of you can go home now. I gotta talk to this guy.
Thanks. Thank you, Director Lei.
Director. What is it?
The accounts haven't been good for 2 months now.
Director, we haven't been selling well lately. It's not just us. Ever since Mr. Yang left, business at Yangtze Street has been average.
And despite all that, you somehow made your own money. You're fired.
What?
Don't want me. I know about your business on the side. We don't keep traders in Lei Village.
Wait, Brother Changming! I introduced the business to sister-in-law out of kindness.
Who the heck told you that's my counter?
Well, no one. Brother Changming, did you forget? When you and sister-in-law got married, I was in the wedding entourage. And of course I met Ertong. But I didn't tell anyone else about it.
You've certainly gotten shrewd.
But not at your expense.
All right. I trust you.
Brother Changming, I'll admit, I had my selfish motives for letting Ertong know. I don't want to stay in Jinzhou forever. I want to work again. At the factory.
To work for me?
Yeah.
What position? What can you do?
Brother Changming, here's the ledger of the retail outlet. Take a look.
Xiao, you're a smart guy. 2 ledgers, huh?
I wouldn't hide them from you. That ledger is for the village's inspection. This one's the real ledger. Also, Brother Changming, I've done accounts as well. I attended the night school to learn accounting. And besides these, I can do the factory's accounts.
Xiao,
Yeah?
you totally outdid yourself. You must be honest if you want to work for my factory.
Right.
First, pay back the 800 yuan that you've embezzled for the good of the village.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Brother Changming.
Sweetie?
It's fine, I'm fine.
Sweetie, come here. Look, hurry.
Gosh, Mom, Grandpa's such a big shot. He won't come out with all these people here.
Sweetie, your grandpa rarely comes home. Please be more respectful.
Well, I've arranged the schedule and even checked the hotel. Welcoming Senior Mr. Wang is a daunting task, so I'm going to brace myself for that.
Well, I must say, you've been really thoughtful this time. It's a shame your grandpa has taken up your vacation. I'm sorry, dear.
It's still a vacation, since you're here.
That's him. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Grandpa. Welcome back.
My son-in-law, why isn't he here?
Daddy's usually busy before the Spring Festival, but knowing that you're here, he'll try to make his way back. I'm sure he'll arrive tomorrow.
Daolin told his nephew Liang Fan to have cars waiting for us at the entrance. You must be tired. Should we head straight back to the hotel then?
Oh, Grandpa. This is your schedule for the coming week in Shanghai. The hotel's been booked as you requested, residential suite.
Quite impressive. But I don't need you to arrange my schedule. Xiao, show the lady our schedule.
Miss Liang, nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Goodness. Dad, your schedule's certainly packed. You're attending a symposium? Don't you think that's a bit too much for you?
I thought Shanghai's trying to attract more investments. Well, who better to invest than me?
Based on your schedule here, you're taking your luggage to visit Pudong, right?
How many cars were arranged?
To accommodate all your luggage, there are 2.
Good. Xiaowang, take the luggage to the hotel, will you? We'll just walk for now. Is this the rapidly growing Chinese economy that some expert described in the newspaper? This is no different from the Shanghai that I'd seen 40 years ago. So would you like to explain that article you just published on the Wall Street Journal?
I wrote that before I got here. Most of the information came from my friends in the industrial and commercial side. Mom and Dad contributed too.
It was quite well written, and insightful, I might add. I showed it to a few longtime friends. Dare I say I'm proud.
Hey, Dad, can you show me that very newspaper then?
You haven't seen it? You mean you only found out now?
I guess. Qian doesn't keep us up to date on things.
Oh, so you too. Well, I only found out after reading in the newspaper that she left Wall Street and was suddenly back in China. I had to find out things about my family through the newspaper. Not bad, I say. Not bad indeed.
Grandpa, if you need to give people that newspaper, I still got copies.
Well, now, if I didn't come back here, I guess I probably would have been fooled by that article of yours. But it's a good thing I'm not so easily misled like your gullible boss in Lyondell Chemical.
You reached a conclusion in half an hour after you got off the plane. So I suppose you're way more perceptive than the best observer in the whole world. Should we cancel the trip to visit Pudong and the stock exchange, Grandpa?
I'm not like most folks, who sit in the office looking at secondhand studies and immediately think they know everything about China. Unlike those nitwits, I gotta see for myself firsthand if Shanghai and China do have a dynamic economy.
Hey, Dad, you just got off the plane. You must be tired. Why don't we just walk around casually today? This place is very near where our house used to be. Would you like to take a look?
It's been demolished. Forget it. Let's go to the stock exchange, and then straight to Pudong. Hey, lead the way.
This right here is the Shanghai Stock Exchange. On the first day it opened, at the end of 1990, the transaction exceeded 10 million.
Oh. So the scale is bigger than the stock exchange on Jijuang Road in the past.
Grandpa, if you're interested at all, I can recommend you a few stocks.
Wait, you resigned from Wall Street, but you want to recommend me some stocks? No, that's risky.
Xiaoqi, you're back. Auntie, this must be Grandpa, right?
So, Dad, here's Liang Fan, Daolin's nephew and eldest grandson of the Liangs.
Grandpa. Hello.
Hello.
I've heard so much about your feats on the bun back then from Uncle and Auntie. I've long wanted to visit you.
He's a sharp one, huh?
Grandpa, the VIP room is ready now, right this way.
Oh, well then, in that case, I'll need to change first.
The guest room's right there. Xiaoqi, Auntie, let's get seated.
Sure.
Hey, Xiaoqi, are Americans really that meticulous? Does it take long for them to get ready for a meal?
You know, even my most vain girlfriends won't take 40 minutes to get changed.
He walked all day long. Maybe he's tired.
Auntie, I'm not in a hurry. Honestly, this is such an honor for me to meet this great man. I can learn quite a few things from him.
I'll go get him.
Grandpa, looking slick. Here, please. Please have a seat.
Your mom and I wore these back then. They're now all yours. You and your husband. There you go. Take care of them.
Goodness, since Mom wore it before, you shouldn't have kept it as a keepsake. And besides, Qian's dad, he's a civil servant. It wouldn't be right to wear this.
It's my gift. What's wrong about that? Sweetie, I have nothing here I can give you. That's yours. This gift is for you, all right? Keep it.
Gosh, Grandpa, that's so kind of you. It's beautiful. I can't reject such a gift. I gladly accept. Grandpa, I thank you.
Did you see that? That's the courtesy you show your elders. Learn from him.
Here, Grandpa. You deserve a toast.
Sure. Here, all together.
Right. To you too, Dad.
Welcome back to China.
Thank you.
Here. Grandpa, try this one. My grandpa invited you to come over and visit our house over the next few days.
Of course. I'd love to visit and finally get to meet with my in-laws. More importantly, I want to ask him about the latest on China's economic trends. Your little sister here has argued with me all day long. She told me how dynamic the Chinese economy is right now and the potential it has. However, I might have missed it. I didn't see exactly what she told me.
Well, if you still think China's economy hasn't developed after you just saw Pudong, why don't you just leave the investment circle and just retire?
Qian.
Pudong's development has been dynamic. But don't forget, this is Pudong after all. You gotta take a ferry from Puxi to Pudong, remember? Now we got a tunnel and a bridge across the river, but tolls are charged. Tolls, as we all know, are most likely to deter investors. What's so funny?
No, Dad. I was laughing because Qian is exactly the same as you. When she returned to visit Shanghai 2 years ago, she said exactly the same thing that you're saying right now.
But there's a big difference, Mom. My criticism was much harsher than Grandpa's.
Oh, what is this? Are you changing your tune? Let me hear it. What made you suddenly change your mind in just 3 years?
It's the changes in Shanghai over 3 years. Pudong was just a wasteland back then. Now the stock exchange, foreign banks, and insurance companies are all stationed there. People are excited about Wang Xiao and Jinqiao. You'll know once you check them out. Tolls do increase transportation costs, but you can't just look at the problem there, but also see their determination to fix the problem. After the Southern speeches, the government is rapidly advancing reforms. It takes less than 20 minutes for the Shanghai Planning Bureau to approve a land lease agreement with the Pudong Development Department. I've been there lately. They have more reception tasks than the items on your schedule.
Waitress, serve the dishes.
Yes.
Here, Grandpa. Try this dish first. The chefs here are natives of Shanghai. See for yourself. See if their Shanghai local dishes are authentic.
This fried eel has a traditional taste. And yet, it lacks the flavor of white pepper.
Hey, Xiaoqi. I still agree with Grandpa's current view. Pudong is a little too remote indeed. Grandpa is a native of Shanghai. He should vote for the former French concession area. Grandpa, I got an office building right in this area. If you're interested in it at all, I can reserve the best floor for you there.
Wang. That there is the phone number of the department manager. For a small-scale project like this, you can contact him directly.
Thank you.
On investments, we should consider all long-term goals and be far-sighted as well. In this sense, your little sister here knows more than you.
Yes, you're right. I'll learn more from Xiaoqi in the future, then.
So, Dad, you're planning to celebrate the Spring Festival in China, right? We've tidied up the house just for you. Once you're done seeing Shanghai, then we'll fetch you right after.
Actually, I prefer to stay right here. That mansion for the Communist Party cadres can't guarantee a ready supply of fresh, hot water for my immediate needs. That's just unacceptable. So no thanks.
Hey, Mom. Let's just celebrate Spring Festival together. Leave Grandpa in Shanghai.
I'm a native of this city. Do you seriously think I'll be all by myself here?
I take it that you won't need me to show you around.
At 9 tomorrow morning, I expect you to be at the lobby. We'll be going to Wang Xiao.
Miss Liang, your grandfather would like to invite you to have breakfast with him.
Thank you, but I've got an appointment already. So enjoy your breakfast and see you around.
Yes, sir. The breakfast is now ready. Please enjoy.
Ah, thank you.
Sorry, Grandpa. I can't have breakfast with you today. I gotta run.
Seriously? An appointment this early? What kind of a schedule is that?
Well, I'm sorry I can't listen to your lecture, but this one's far more urgent.
I'd like to know then, who exactly has such an honor to meet with you before your own grandfather? While I was at your place, I don't remember seeing you ever bothering to get out of bed before 9.
It's because you aren't willing to celebrate Spring Festival in Shanghai by yourself. You insisted on the countryside to observe the conditions. I was far too tired after waiting.
You don't seem awfully tired when you bicker with me.
Miss Liang. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I see. Forget it then. Just remember Shinan Road by 10 sharp.
It's been a while.
So what brings you here?
Oh, last midnight, Yang Fan told me to fax this feasibility report, and I was so worried that the fax wouldn't go through. I planned to come to Shanghai anyways. I might just well drive here overnight to deliver it to you.
Gee, thanks.
Wait, Miss Liang. I'd been driving all night and I thought maybe you could treat me to some coffee and we could chat, or something.
Don't you know that this is the premier hotel in Shanghai? You rushed all the way here to send this one fax. Were you that concerned about this item? Or is it something else? But hey, good job on making it this far. I'm quite impressed.
No wonder Liang Fan's scared of you. Nothing really gets past you, it seems. Well, I'll cut to the chase. The main purpose of my visit today is to report to you the progress of the company that we both set up.
That's your business. Why are you reporting to me?
I'll be more direct with you then. I heard that you weren't in favor of my dealing with Liang Fan. I think there's very much a need to tell you about the company's major developments to offer some reassurance. How about it then? Let's have breakfast together so we can hash this out.
I'm sorry, no. I have a breakfast appointment.
But it's not even 8 yet. I won't delay you from your next appointment.
The appointment I'm going to was planned before the Spring Festival. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I have to run now.
10 minutes. Then I'll be out of here. What do you say to that? Come on now.
Good day.
Hey.
Light the candles.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Fork on the left. Okay. Knife on the right. Keep arms close to the body. Keep arms. Knife on the right. right. Arms close to the body. A bit closer.
I wasn't really late. I was unfortunately delayed by somebody.
Who's that? Mr. Xiao? When did you get to Shanghai? I happened to be on an inspection trip, you see. Why don't you join us now?
Turns out you do have an appointment. No, go ahead. Enjoy yourselves.
All right. Miss Liang, what are you...
This here's the report that you wanted. Mr. Xiao delivered it himself. So if you want to thank him, you can go and dine with him.
No, it's fine. There's no trouble here. I'm familiar with Mr. Xiao. I can just thank him later.
What would you like
Coffee.
to have? Okay.
Aren't we supposed to discuss work today? Why did you decorate the table in this manner?
No, let me explain. I'm planning to start a hotel, right? I learned this from those foreign movies. Mr. Xiao and Miss Liang, you're both here and have been all around these places. Do you think this particular layout will attract the high-end customers?
This is a candlelight dinner. It's quite popular abroad. Especially for couples.
I know there's an etiquette rule in China. Only focus on who you're with.
Excuse me. What's going on here?
None of your business. He suddenly appeared today. I hate jerks who disrupt my plans.
We're all buddies. Come on now.
He's not my buddy.
He's not your buddy? But I can't just offend either of you. You're putting me on the spot here.
Well, it's either him or me.
You find him annoying, right? We can get rid of him. Don't be too angry. Angry eating is bad for your stomach. Mr. Xiao. Mr. Xiao. So what's the deal here?
It's got nothing to do with you.
We're all buddies. Just tell me.
I'm not buddies with that one.
Mr. Xiao, Miss Liang's got quite an eccentric temper. There's no need to be forceful with her. How about this? Tell me what you want to say and I'll tell her your message.
Yang Xuan, I heard that you're starting up a hotel?
Yeah. I only had this idea lately. I did plan to do the feasibility report before reporting to you personally.
Where do you plan to build a hotel?
Donghai, of course.
Tell me, which part of Donghai?
Mr. Xiao, really? Oh, thank you very much.
Keep it down. It's yours. Just do me a favor. I got something very important to tell Miss Liang right now. Just get out of here.
Mr. Xiao, maybe you need to get out of here. Listen, Miss Liang's still fuming at the moment. Let me cool her off. So after that, you can have her.
All right. I'm meeting a few business friends from Hong Kong and Taiwan later. I don't have much time. I'll give you half an hour.
Sorry about that. I was planning to just chase him away, but he really seems to have something important to tell you, so you know.
He offered you a plot of land. Oh, I heard.
Miss Liang, Yang Xuan is just a messenger. Don't give him a hard time. As you know, he can't afford to offend either of us.
Is this the idea you both came up with? How ingenious. He acts weak and innocent, while you act righteous. So now I'm the bully here.
Oh, no. Mr. Xiao, why don't you go back first
It's all
and...
right that we don't get along. It's all right that you don't treat me as a friend. But I did come to see you today for a very important matter. Liang Fan just ended our partnership.
What was that?
You opposed to the development of the office building, right? I've seen the information that you've provided. I understand the project is difficult and not suitable for a new company. So I decided to set aside the land for 1 or 2 small-scale villa projects, along with a fast turnover. Firstly, I can accumulate development experience, and secondly, capital can be increased, which will reduce the loan amount from Uncle Liang. I think that this is indeed a compromise with reality. But Liang Fan disagreed. He's been arguing with me lately and wants to cut off ties.
But doesn't Liang Fan always listen to your ideas? I don't think you need my help in such a trivial matter.
Just like you said, Liang Fan always listens to my ideas. Being a proud master, his pride is wounded. However, as of late, and regardless of all my decisions, he set himself against me. It's as though he must do that to prove his intelligence is superior. Frankly speaking, this whole deal has limited impact on me. However, to Liang Fan, well, you know how bad he's gotten.
Are you threatening Liang Fan on this matter, or are you threatening me?
I didn't mean it that way. I'm merely analyzing the situation from an honest view.
But I distinctly remember it was your idea to build that office. You've gotten the land, right? As well as the first loan. But you're suddenly changing the key business. Mr. Xiao, I'm skeptical about your business reputation, most especially your management skills.
I made a mistake in deciding to develop an office building. I won't push this huge responsibility on anyone. To sum it all up, I overlooked my strengths and weaknesses because I follow the trend so blindly.
You're saying that villa project will reflect your strengths, then?
Perhaps you don't know this about me. However, I studied architecture. Through the design, I'd like to find a shortcut that will surpass my counterparts. I've named this project Jinyun Villa. It's derived from a Tang poem. The seawater travels east towards the forest. The colorful clouds recline against the sky. It can be inferred from the name that this project adopts the Chinese classical style and the appropriate improvements made in line with modern needs. The building draws its reference from quaint dwellings in Huizhou. Blue bricks, white tiles, and horsehead walls. We strive for complexity in the details. For example, like this skylight in the bedroom. When you wake up in the morning, you'll feel a ray of that sunlight shining on your face through the lattice window. For the windows facing the street, blinds are used in order to maintain privacy. There's also a building in the center of the neighborhood. That's a replica of Shaokang Lang Pavilion in the humble administrator's garden. With windows on the south, sills in the north, and surrounded by water, we form a courtyard.
Mr. Xiao, you might not know, but Miss Liang doesn't really like the classical style.
It's far too complex. I may not understand the sheer poetry. However, there's one thing I do know. You've come up with various different plans, all for one villa.
This is the shortcut I mentioned. During this period of time, I inspected all the villas in Shanghai that are under construction. There are 8 in total, and they have one thing in common. They all lack design. They are all made of the same red tiles and the same white walls. If we introduce a neighborhood where every house is unique, right at this time, it's likely we could begin with...
Non-standardization increases the cost and greatly lengthens the product's production cycle. Have you thought about that?
Miss Liang, they might look different, but the actual construction here is based on the same drawing. It's only the eaves, the windows, as well as the exteriors that require further changes. I did the math and I've done the calculations, and costs are only increased by 5%.
5% is still within the controllable range. And the price? How's the price compared with similar products? And will it be difficult to sell them? Are the changes worth it?
In terms of price, it won't exceed a market price. In that sense, the profit will be a bit on the less side. This project's the first one for the company. To me, it's not only about making money. What matters is to raise the company's profile so that everyone knows there's a newcomer like me in the real estate market. Miss Liang, do you have any opinions? I would love to hear what you think.
Based on your current proposal, I can see that you have an in-depth understanding of the villa market. You even spotted the problems that have plagued the whole industry. But I should remind you that just a difference in design won't allow your project to surpass the others.
My intention here is not to surpass everyone, but to move the enterprise onwards.